Opioid overdoses are the defining public health crisis of our time. That very strong statement today by Toronto's medical officer of health, speaking in response to funding cuts at safe injection sites like here at Kensington Market, St. Stephen's House by the provincial government.
In the last 2 weeks, I've lost 2 friends. Just doors away from where I actually work.
Harold Dunham, who is known on the streets as Cuz, began using heroin about a decade ago. In recent years, the deadly opioid fentanyl. He's been clean for about 6 months and now works as an outreach worker. He believes the province's cuts mean the death count will rise.
It's gotten better since last summer, but that's because of the OPS and the SIS sites.
We're talking about the retraction of evidence-informed life-saving services.
The news came down late Friday afternoon. The province will only be funding 15 of 21 supervised drug use sites in Ontario. Today, those embedded in the opioid crisis stood united in condemnation of the provincial Conservatives' step to cut funding at multiple sites, including St. Stephen's House in Kensington and Street Health in Cabbagetown.
The alternative is people on the streets. The alternative is people in the parks and the laneways.
We have seen over 3,600 client visits and reversed over 30 overdoses. That means 30 people have not died as a result of our service existing.
St. Stephen's and Street Health, which were both instructed by the province to close up shop by midnight last night, have received exemption from drug laws from the federal government, but they're now without any funding from Queen's Park.
We have life-saving healthcare programs that will be funded through bake sales.
A cloud of uncertainty remains over Toronto's busiest safe injection site, The Works, near Dundas Square. The site has been advised it's under review by the province and will continue to receive funding while the review takes place. The Premier today citing a conversation he had with the Cabbagetown Neighbourhood Association as one reason for the downsizing of injection site funding.
Having 4 within a kilometre in a neighbourhood, they're upset, but there's no reason to have 4 within a kilometre.
So you put the interests of the people who live in that geographical area ahead of those who may be suffering from an overdose?
I'm passionate about helping people that have an addiction.
The 4 centres, roughly within a kilometre of each other, that Ford references are the Fred Victor Centre, Street Health, The Works, and Moss Park, with the 5th Regent Park Community Health nearby.
It's all right for people to say, yes, help them, help them, help them. And with all due respect, if I put one beside your house, you'd be going ballistic. You would.
We're people. Look at us as people. I love this brother. We all need help. Anybody should be supporting us. He should be dug for it.
Toronto's medical officer of health says considering the crisis, all levels of government should be doubling down to offer even more services and even looking at decriminalization as a way to get safer drugs to people in need.